name is Craig Smith, and I'm going to be hosting this. I'm going to hit record in about 20 seconds before we get started. So it's great to see a whole bunch of folks with us. This is a special call for Alovea Pros, also social business partners with Alovea, as well as anybody who's looking to learn more about the sponsorship program, the benefits, the impact. Is something. Hey, Shelly, I was just talking to you earlier today. So this call is open for everybody to listen into. It's going to be a lot of information. I'm going to just kind of drill right through it. The recording is going to be placed with Alovea. We have an app, and it's going to be in the video section either later tonight or tomorrow morning. But amazing information. Can't wait to share it with you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to hit record, and we're going to get started.
Recording in progress.
All right. Hello, everybody. Hey, my name's Craig Smith, and I'm excited to be here to talk to you about the Alovea Pros program. For those that are listening and maybe don't know anything about the Pros program, I'll give you a little background about myself, talk a little bit about the Pros program, but we're really going to dive in to two big things. One is the launch of the new electrolyte the most advanced electrolyte on the market. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then we're really going to talk about why the Pros program is so unique and so impactful, and why it's such a huge opportunity. To share a little bit, my background, of course, this program is designed for coaches, trainers, athletes, and healthcare professionals. I grew up not as a healthcare professional. I grew up as an athlete. I grew up in the tennis world, and I took my love for tennis and built the largest tennis school in Canada. Before doing that, I was a tennis coach. So I understand the love and the joy, but I also some the challenges that come with being on the court every day. My wife, who helped develop the Alovea Pros program with the company Alovea, she was a chiropractor. She was also a top athlete, so she comes from that the healthcare professional background. So it's really blended this program, and we've worked with many, many, many amazing coaches, trainers, and athletes to continue to grow this unique sponsorship program. So for those that haven't seen it, I'm just going to go to the website quickly. You can go to aloveapros.com. If you're a coach or trainer, you want to follow this path. If you're a healthcare professional, you want to follow this path. We've launched a really special program for NIL athletes, and this is a great path to follow if you're an NIL athlete. If you want to meet some of the pros, this is starting to be updated. You'll see a whole bunch of the different people and their backgrounds. And the About section really kind of talks to you about what the program's all about, and how we, this great company, Alovea, partners with. You can watch a video. It kind of walks you through how the program works and explains who Alovea is. Of course, Alovea is a unique social business company with a mission to create hope and health and opportunity really worldwide with our breakthrough technologies and products. The foundation is really around our Alovea AE, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a bit. And the thing that makes Alovea so unique is not only our technology, but the fact that we're also what's called a social business. Buy One, Nourish One is a program we launched. You can see how outdated this is. We just surpassed 70 million servings. Here it says 70 million. We have hundreds of pros now who are sponsored by the company. We do podcasts with those pros. Part of the sponsorship is pros apply, and I'll show you here. So pros can apply to be sponsored. So say if I was a coach, I would come here. I'd look a little bit more around the why and the how, all the benefits. I can watch a video from another coach, trainer, athlete, and then apply here. I fill out the information. Once a pro gets approved, they'll get an email back. They'll get sent a different site on how to get started once they're approved. Within that approval process, we have hundreds of incredible coaches, trainers, athletes, and healthcare practitioners, from doctors to chiropractors to massage therapists to you name it, multiple different backgrounds. And if you haven't seen these are some great videos that you can see, some different short videos from a lot of the different trainers. Here's a 7-time world Taekwondo champion. We have doctors here. Here's a doctor of a cancer researcher. Incredible group, some of our NIL athletes. So I highly encourage checking out some of those great videos. You can learn a little bit more. And of course, that same page is on, we have an Instagram and Facebook page as well. So you can learn more about the pros and hear some of this at Facebook, Alovea Pros, and Instagram. So that being said, that's like a quick little overview where you can learn more. But today we're going to go through a little bit more on why it's so exciting, what's happening currently with the pros, but also the potential and how it grows. So if you are somebody just watching this recording, this can give you a good insight on the potential behind it. If you are a pro already, I think you're going to learn some details on how you can help continue to support and grow. And then, of course, if you are a social business partner with Alovea and wanting to learn how to share this with other pros, you're going to get a lot of great information. We'll start off with, we officially launched Edge. Of course, this is partnered and recommended with World Paddle Rating and the U.S. Paddle Association. This is one of the fastest growing sports in the world. Wall Street Journal just did a big article on paddle yesterday talking about it. So you can see it's starting to become the noise, but it's just hitting the United States now and only in little pockets, but you're starting to see it grow in pockets quickly. So we've launched the product. It's available. People are loving it. I've got it right here. And it is the most advanced electrolyte product on the market. Here's this is the number one ranked US born paddle player in the country. This is Nico. Nico's an incredible player. He's fully sponsored by Alovea Edge. And, what makes this product so unique is we worked with a lot of nutritionists. We worked with the top athletes. We looked at creating something that the industry hasn't seen. What the industry has seen is a lot of hydration electrolyte products, right? There's a lot of those companies. And so what's nice is everybody knows electrolytes. Electrolytes is one of the fastest growing spaces in the marketplace. People want their electrolytes when they're working out, but there's also so many other areas for electrolytes. If you're working around the house, if you're going for a walk, anytime you're depleting that kind of sweat, you want to be able to do that. But there's also great studies and reports for women going through menopause, for traveling, because your body gets so dehydrated. So having your go-to electrolyte is incredible. But we have something that no one's ever done before, and that, of course, is because it's powered by our unique Ace Mannan, and it's super clean, super clean. No artificial flavors, no artificial colors, no artificial anything. This next slide, we're finishing this. It's not finished, but there's some great companies in this space, Element, Liquid IV, Instant Hydration. We're still working on this, so we'll launch it in the app so everyone can have it. But we're really building out a price point so you can get a sense of a comparison sheet to really look at, what companies are doing. Like Liquid IV, 11 grams of sugar, complete electrolytes. A lot of them aren't building around a full electrolyte program, Instant Hydration, and we are. We have the 70 plant-based trace minerals from the red algae from Ireland, which is an incredible location. But adding the amino acids is what very few people do. Even Instant Hydration is not fully doing it the way we're doing. The Ace Mannan is really the powerhouse, right? Because studies have shown how that Ace Mannan impacts your aquaporins, which is a new kind of found research. There was a whole study done on aquaporins and how it helps the hydration with the cell. It basically helps the Ace Mannan in your immune system. The better it is, helps open up the channels of your aquaporins, which allow the hydration to have the impact it's supposed to. So to be able to have this product with the Ace Mannan, no one in the world has that, which is so cool. And of course, we talked about Buy One, Nourish One. Obviously, no one else has that. So it's just a really powerful product. But of course, our goal is to share it with the world, because every single product we share, we're getting people healthier. We're also nourishing people. But then the company's compensating our pros and our social business partners to share that. So one of the things we're doing is building a way to share this in clubs, whether it's a golf club, tennis club, pickleball, paddle, a health center, a medical center. So this is an example. We took a picture that's behind a flyer, so you can see it's not big. We have clubs now that are now putting these in, and it's filled with Alovea Edge. It's got beside it like a flyer that promotes it. And it's a really great strategy to be able to have your clientele or your patients, when they're coming through, they can learn a little bit more. They can buy the stick pack. You could also give them the stick pack as a one-time sample. But the whole goal and intention is to be able to let that person know they can buy it at a cheaper rate if they use the QR code. And that QR code is exclusive to you as an Alovea Pro. And so that can, each bag that's starting to sell generates significant affiliate income and kind of VIP affiliate income, which I'll talk about in a moment. So for those that want to learn how to get that box, we have two structures. One is we put together, one is like a full retail kit. It has a staff training guide, an onboarding guide, product education, marketing copies, how to set the box up, a whole bunch of the QR codes, 48, that's the minimum we could do, with stickers that you can place on the box, but also on flyers and different areas. It comes with a bunch of professional flyers and the POS boxes, 2 boxes in it itself, and the cost of shipping. That will be $65. We can send that to you. Now, if you're a pro, that's an easy investment to make, to have that integrated in your business. It's a tax deductible expense. It's a smart thing to do. If you're working with a pro, that may be something you even partner with them on. Maybe you cover the costs or you 50-50, but whatever, if you've introduced a pro, it's a good win-win-win scenario to create this display, because what it's going to do is it's going to create education and it's going to create customers. It's going to create sales for that property. The other option, if you don't want all these items, you just want the 2 boxes, you can do that. If you want the additional stickers, you can do that. To order, it's simple. Just email team@aloveapros.com. Let them know you'd like to order some of the POS boxes. If you want to order the full retail kit, you can ask for that, or boxes only, just ask for that, and the team will get back to you and coordinate. We have a lot of growth happening with Edge and some really cool things. So clubs, this is a club here in Charlotte. Not only are they putting the POS boxes, they've promoted to their club, this is their exclusive electrolyte, but also they're even branding their club, one of their courts, with Alovea Edge. So when you're working with coaches, trainers, or athletes that are leaning with Edge, there's a lot of fun things you can do. We see a lot of people putting the brand on their shoulders or their shirts as a sponsored player. If you're a healthcare professional, maybe, because a lot of pros are focused not just on one product. I'm going to get to that in a second, but so maybe they're not focusing on Edge and they're focusing on something else. So there's a lot of different ways you can integrate being a pro. But Edge is such a great new product, and it fits every marketplace because hydration is just impacting all levels of health, and everybody in the marketplace knows about hydration. So I want to spend a little bit of time. Do we have Edge shirts we can purchase? Yes, Edge shirts are coming. Will we be able to business partner with, be able to purchase to have us sharing the Love the Box? We are, yes, absolutely. So let me talk to you about why this program works. And I think this is where the potential of this is fascinating. So if you are just a guest here looking at this, I think this will be extremely helpful, and for our pros and for our social business partners. You can start to get the potential, and the reason is because the shift in how consumers buy products. So it's really about turning your influence into an impact. When I was a tennis coach, I had influence. I was like the OJ influencers before Instagram, right? Because I was coaching a bunch of people, and they trusted, because I built that relationship, they trusted what kind of string I would recommend for the rackets, what kind of shoes to wear. But they would ask all kinds of questions. So if I had something like this, I'd be drinking this on court, but obviously this is going to be my go-to. But in today's world, people do buy and expect purchases from people that they know. So the growth of the affiliate and relationship is based on commerce. It's based on massive growth within the world. You're seeing consumers increasingly discover and purchase products through trusted recommendations, personal stories, professionals, and communities. Look at this alone. U.S. affiliate marketing has grown by 50% in the last several years. That's up 13 billion. Affiliates generated approximately $113 billion in sales. Affiliate marketing grew at roughly twice the pace. This is the line I think is amazing. Overall U.S. e-commerce. So what that's saying is that people want to buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if you are a coach or a trainer or a healthcare professional, guess what? People aren't going to be offended that you're sharing something because they know you trust that thing you're promoting. Like I would never just randomly promote, I could never promote Red Bull. If Red Bull came to me and said they wanted to do a deal, not in a million years, because I don't support the product. I don't support the nutrition of it. No way I could do it. So are there some people who do it for the money? Sure. But the vast majority of people they have to believe in the product that they're sponsoring. So in this scenario, that's why if a coach is saying, look, I love Edge or I like Immune or whatever the product may be, it's a massive opportunity. And this is what's also really interesting about the pros program. If you don't know much about the affiliate world, we know a lot about the affiliate world with other companies we own. And typically, and this is all based on real data, typically you'll see the wellness, beauty, food industry start at 5%, maybe 10%, and on the high percent, 15%. But higher commissions of 20% are extremely rare and definitely nothing near 35%. And higher base commissions are usually based to software. So the fact that we are starting our pros at 20% going to 35% commission is kind of mind-boggling. Like it's a huge opportunity. And other affiliates, what they'll often do is they'll pay only the initial transaction. We'll give you 10% for the first, and that's it. So they don't pay on an ongoing basis. They often lower the rates. You get 10% the first time, but 5% the next time. So none of that happens with Alovea. With the pros program and with Alovea, the ability to build great customers and a customer base can be extremely influential. And I'm going to show you how influential in a second. So, but this kind of gives you a great little chart. Starting commissions usually really low compared to the pros. It's usually limited or fixed up to 35%. First customer, it's eligible for ongoing purchases, customers through ongoing orders. Product sponsorship usually not included. It is with the pros. So there's so much benefit. And of course, we're the only company that has that, meaningfulness, right? It's being a part of something that's impactful. And I'm going to show you just how in a moment. But this gives you a really good visual. Let's say on a $100 order, that 5% affiliate 10 or 20 is $5, $10, or $20. But at 35%, that's $35. I mean, that's really, really huge. Even $20, if you're just getting started, is double than the average affiliate. And you get to have it ongoing. So over 12 months, you can see that one customer, can add up to something significant. You have 10 customers, that is a significant amount of income that can have a big impact. And with Alovea, we've got a whole lineup of products, right? We've got lots of different things. I was just talking to a chiropractor that was just approved as an Alovea Pro. They're very excited integrating into their practice, but they're like, where do we start? Because, you can start with a full wellness approach. You could start with one product. We have a lot of clubs only focusing on Edge. We have some focusing on Edge, Fuel, Fix as kind of like a whole routine before you play, during you play, and after you play. We have a lot of doctors and healthcare professionals that only focus on Immune Limitless. So really finding what's right for your role to integrate is something that our teams can help you find and support. But probably one of the most important things to know, and this is kind of a cool graphic, is Alovea AE is fundamentally what this company is all about. This is our proprietary product. It's an ace mannan extract. It's food-based molecule from the aloe vera plant. It's tons of research, tons of studies, often called the miracle molecule. And it's in everything we have. So when we go back to this image here, every one of these has Immune integrated into it. We have a couple products like our Immune and our Alovea AE that is 100% Alovea AE. So that's for, a lot of that immune system, or maybe you have compromised health issues. But because we've integrated into so many different areas that you can just add into your daily use, whether it's your hydration drink, whether it's your shake, whether it's your Fix or Limitless, or whether it's your skincare, putting that Alovea on your skincare. We have what's called an Opti Pack, which is your whole food vitamins. It's all integrated into your whole package. It's very, very powerful. So as a pro, you get access to this powerful world of affiliate marketing. You get a whole bunch of benefits. You get this massive affiliate and a personalized affiliate code for that you can share, and the impact that can be generated from it is incredible. So because one of the things that we do is we track the overall donations that are being served by people individually. So I wanted to call out Robin here. This happened in May. Robin is a Alovea Health Pro. She was a nurse and then has moved on to a new modality after the products really changed and saved her life, that Immune and Limitless technology. And the company just surpassed 70 million servings last week, which is just something that we can all be proud of. But how cool is this? Like, think of the impact that Robin can now have, that because she said yes, she shared it with some customers and other folks. Her ripple is she's now responsible for 800,000 of those 70 million. Woo. So everybody gets access to that. It's in the app. It comes with your Alovea Pro sponsorship, and it will track the overall giving. You can see there we're at 70 million. So cool. So let's spend a little bit of time, and at the end of it, I'll look at the chat and see what kind of questions are popping up. But let's spend a few minutes on Alovea Pros, the power of building this pro network, and then the power of multiplying it. But of course, as a pro, it starts with you. It's your first decision, and how to be sponsored. It starts with aloveapros.com. Now, we ask every pro to get started. They have to purchase either 6 bags of Edge, or it could be any equivalent. It could be 6 bags of Fuel, Limitless, Immune. It's basically $300. It's a one-time requirement. And then on top of it, you get a whole bunch of additional free product, and that all of the customization of the affiliate codes that we talked about, and locked in at that 20% VIP perspective. And there's a bunch of additional benefits. Now, why is the company doing this, and why are we asking the pro to make that first purchase? 2 reasons. First of all, why are we doing it? It is a win-win scenario for both. We're giving up a whole lot to that sponsored pro, but in return, we get to use what's called name, image, and likeness, NIL, name, image, likeness. So the pro has to agree that we can get a testimonial from them. We can post them on our Facebook, our social media. They agree to do a podcast with me. They agree to let us use that name, image, likeness in our different marketing channels. So this creates a win-win because, one, you would never do it for nothing. You obviously like the products, but at the same time, we get to share with the tens and tens of thousands of everyday customers that people with your experience, your background, your expertise are saying yes to these products. That's a good thing for the company. That's a good thing for every one of us. So, and anyone can share this with a coach, trainer, athlete, or professional, which I'll talk about shortly. The other reason is, why do we have people purchase? Well, it's the same thing when I was sponsored by Wilson as a tennis coach. I had the biggest tennis school in the country. So, I got a whole bunch of free stuff from them, but in return, I had to commit to doing X number of sales at my pro shop, which was $5,000. So I had to commit to buying $5,000. And then I got this big sponsorship package that went above and beyond. So, same thing here. What we've found is when somebody has a little skin in the game, there's a little partnership, it just creates a better gelling environment. So it's a small investment, one-time investment that really creates this incredible opportunity. And again, why it works, there's no inventory for the clubs, pros, or coaches. They can create ongoing income, and it can grow to be a significant amount of income. But let's look at how big that can be and what it could look like. So the Alovea Pros, it starts with you. We always recommend, get it going in your practice first, or your club first, or if you're a fitness trainer, get it going in your own setup first. So make sure you're loving the products, and then you can start sharing it with other customers. Setting 25 customers, we believe, is a great goal. We have people who have got hundreds of customers. We have some pros and people have done no customers because they just haven't shared it. Obviously, you don't remain sponsored forever. It's not in perpetuity, but it's for the first year. And if you can maintain a certain amount of activity, if the company sees that you're doing your role and we're doing our role, you'll continue to get these benefits year after year after year. That 25, that can result in something quite meaningful. 100 customers equals $2,500 a month in sales at a 30% commission rate, because you'd be at 30% in that scenario. It's an extra $700 a month, $750 a month. As a coach who's often making their money, or a practitioner, you're only making money when you're seeing someone. To make income when you're not in front of someone is really valuable, when it has nothing to do with your day-to-day activity. Because most people, like so many professions, time is a problem, right? They don't have enough time. They're so busy. So to be able to earn income that is not associated with your daily time is really powerful. And it's in alignment with helping your patients or customers. And it's in alignment with what's important to you, which is you believe in the product and you love the fact that it's nourishing children around the world. Win, win, win. The other really unique factor is Alovea has a special free product credits that can go up to $300 a month. And I'll show you how that works in a moment. But that adds a lot of value because if you're say a tennis coach or a golf coach and you're getting $300 a product a month, you can put these in your POS box. You can give them away. You can use them for samples. You can sell them for 100% profit. You could sell them. We have one club selling them at $4 a stick pack and they're selling every day. Well, that's great because then they can also say, hey, if you'd like to just have this shipped to your house, it's going to be around $2. Just order it online. And then now they're getting the 20 to 35% commission for the entire order. Again, incredible opportunity. So how does this work? Free products, how the free products program works, 20%, earn a 20% flagship credit on all of your customers. So as you generate more and more customers, it can grow to a maximum of $300. And then you get that credit. You do need to be on flagship. So that means once you sign up as a pro, you can set up a monthly order that will be shipped to you. And then that credit applies to that order. So you definitely want to get set up on that flagship on a monthly basis, but you can even wait till you have some customers and then you get going. So there's no time frame around that. The progressive customer retention bonus, this is that 20%. So everybody in the company starts at 5. You have to create a certain amount of monthly sales to get to 20%. All of our pros start automatically at 20% and everybody can go up to 35%. And it's not a lot of volume. We have a lot of people that are maxing out. That's over $4,000 a month. And I'm going to show you what that would even look like in that volume to get to that point where you're creating that success. Because, the step one, like we talked about, is you integrating into your practice. And a lot of our pros just stop there. They never think beyond that. But I want to kind of paint a bigger vision because with Alovea, we can grow this around the world. And no different than, and that's what I experienced when I built my tennis company. Most tennis coaches just teach tennis lessons, right? And you're working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, your body's breaking down. What I did was I ended up hiring other pros and I got a percentage of every lesson. So I had 77 pros. So for every hour that I was teaching, I had 77 other hours I was getting paid on. And that is the power of creating a network. That is the power of what every big company on the planet does. They use the time and resources of a team to generate the results they're looking for. Well, the same thing here is if this really works for you, more than likely you have a coach, you have a trainer, health professionals, other folks. And, when you know other folks, you have trust in those folks and you say, hey, look, this is working in my practice or this is working in my gym. This is working in my club. I really love it. I thought you might be interested. Well, as you are able to actually sponsor those pros, so they'll be connected to you and they start doing the same thing you're doing, generating customers. Well, now all of a sudden, look at the bigger impact. You may only have 25 customers, but the volume that's being generated off of 150 customers is a lot more, right? Much, much more. And the company rewards you for that. So there's a lot of different levels of how the company rewards you for doing this. And one of the big ones is if you introduce another coach, there's that first order amount that actually goes to the person who sponsored or the person who the customer is purchasing from. But then they get bonuses for people who helped introduce them. So every single sale can actually generate more and more income for you. And it becomes a very, very powerful model because it's going beyond your own time. Again, I could have coached tennis lessons 7 days, 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, but I was capped. I was limited. I didn't have any more time and my body couldn't take it. But when I had 77 pros, my income skyrocketed, right? So in this model, it's the same thing. I can have 25 customers, but if I'm now getting rewarded on 150 customers, obviously I'm going to generate that much more of an impact and generate that much more of an income. But then you start to see where it can go. And that's when your mind starts kind of getting blown away. But I also know this is real because this is what has happened to us in developing this program. We have, imagine you have those 6 pros. They then can sponsor pros. So we're building teams and teams of coaches, trainers, athletes, healthcare professionals, all with different, building some customers. Now you're talking about a huge organization. Well, this organization, what you see here, oddly enough, represents about, just under $200,000 a month in volume. That may seem like a lot because it's like, how could I possibly do that? But that's where it's having that vision and understanding that it goes beyond your own time. We have pros now that have been having substantial amount of success and are generating, and I'm going to show you a chart to show you what they're doing. Oddly enough, some of our most successful people in this entire company stick just with here. Our highest paid influencer, I think, was paid, around $800,000 last year. An incredible success story. By the way, that's not common. It's not guaranteed. No income's guaranteed. So always that disclaimer. It is based on hard work. It's based on active work, but the potential is real because of how, the sponsorship program works with the product and the fact that people want this product. But a lot of people are having a tremendous amount of success also in building the team. So if you're a coach listening to this and thinking, oh, okay, this is something I could take around the world. We just spoke to a phenomenal paddle player who has family in Spain and will be opening up Spain. And she was asking, could we expand this into the tennis and paddle clubs in Spain? Of course. Well, now you're seeing how that a multiplying power of a pro network can grow. This last slide, there's a lot of information on this, but I want to kind of share this because the way the company supports and builds this is they help build us around what's called impact levels. So all the volume that we do in a 4-week period, if you do a certain amount in a 4-week period, you can earn different bonuses that are tied into above and beyond just the commission and just the compensation I talked about. There's additional bonuses that can be made. My wife and I are here. We're 1 million global ambassadors. So on top of everything we do, every month they send us $4,500 on top of everything we do. If we have health coaches and Alovea pros that are 20, 40, 80K and above that are earning these monthly stipends on top of all the other income they're doing. And there's all these additional bonuses that are coordinated. There's a one-time bonus as you go through these first levels that add up to $3,800. Now, everybody else needs to qualify for Team Builder. Every pro automatically gets this Team Builder status. So you already have this benefit. So, and then of course, it goes on in all the different ways that can be supported and compensated. But the big part of today is to highlight, we're going to start doing two big things. We're going to start doing monthly trainings on how to continually grow the pros program, but we're also going to start a monthly call where you can invite coaches, trainers, athletes, healthcare professionals to really understand the potential, the value, to hear about this. Obviously, this recording will be here. You can share it with a coach or trainer. And of course, you can send it to people to aloveapros.com. But probably the big thing is to recognize that the opportunity is just at the very beginning. It's so exciting where we're going to move to. We would love to have you part of the pros program. Now, if you're not a pro, if you're listening and saying, wait, this is great, but I'm not a coach, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a healthcare professional. Well, guess what? Nor am I anymore. I wouldn't qualify for the program today, but what I can do is I can go talk to every coach and trainer and healthcare professional, and I can help share how this program works. And so I can build an incredible network of pros, and I can help them introduce it to other pros that they know. So it's exciting times. I hope you got some great value out of this. If you haven't got your Edge, I highly encourage go order. It's a great product because the taste is off the chart. People are loving the smoothness. It's not the overpowering electrolyte salty taste. It's got that beautiful salty taste with watermelon, so it's just nice and smooth. The sweeteners they use don't create any issues with the stomach, which is amazing because it's all natural, it's all food-based, and of course, it's got that perfect level of not only the electrolytes, but it has that Ace Mannon power effect that takes it above anything else in the marketplace. So I hope you guys got some great value. Look for our next call, and this recording will be posted in our app, so all pros and social business partners will have access to it. It's under this section that's called video. That's just coming up. And there you go. So, and you'll see Alovea Pros. So the next one's there. If you like to learn how to use this app, because there's some really powerful tools, there's some other trainings of the Alovea Pros in the past that you can watch to see the power and the benefits of this incredible program. So, all right, can't wait to see you. If you are listening as a guest, go to aloveapros.com, apply today. And hey, Robin's actually here. I showed a picture of her and was bragging on her. There you go, Robin. Great to have you on today. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.
Recording stopped.